Hi, good morning. Is that working? Yeah. Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Pierrick. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Pictera. We're developing a B2B software platform enabling our customers to build their own geospatial application, product, and services using our MLOps software platform. So we created the company back in 2016. So far, we've raised 9 million-ish through 3 different funding rounds. We just closed the Series A round last week. It's pretty fresh. Just saying a few words on our vision. I think it's more than a vision now because we've been around for a few years. We have the conviction that every company in the next decade will become a geospatial-driven business. So let me tell you why. If you look at all the companies worldwide, 80% of these companies, they're already using some kind of location data. And of course, the next evolution is to enhance this location data with context, meaning time series using geospatial imagery, satellite, drone, and aerial imagery. There is a powerful trend that is happening right now within the geospatial industry that is going around what we can call the commoditization of geospatial imagery. Just to give you, few numbers, in 10 years, the price of satellite imagery has gone down by 6x, but also the spatial resolution of the data has improved drastically. So just to give you an example, when we started a few years ago, the best resolution available was around 1 meter. Now you can get satellite imagery at 30 centimeter resolution. And also the temporal resolution is also definitely way better than it used to be. So you can get, nowadays, you can get an image, like several images per day of the same location on Earth. And the next evolution will be to have almost like a live stream of very high resolution imagery coming back from space to Earth. Just saying that today the industry is collecting 200 terabytes of imagery on a daily basis. So the market that we're addressing, worth approximately 300 billion, is made of 3 segments: the Earth observation segment, GS and spatial analytics, and finally MLOps. So Pictera is really like kind of going after those 3 different segments. Where do we position ourselves within the value chain? Apologize for this slide, that's a bit technical. But let's say that if we look at the what we call the upstream part of the value chain, which is made of all the imagery providers, Planet, Maxar, Airbus, and so on, that are basically building, launching, and then operating the satellite to collect the imagery. This is what we call the upstream. Then there is the downstream part of the value chain, which is about like building products, services, application, leveraging geospatial imagery. And Pictera, we stand like strategically in between the downstream and the upstream parts. With what we call the geospatial MLOps. So our job is to make the development of application services relying on a deep learning algorithm, frictionless, fast, cost efficient. Just to give you an idea of how it looks from a user and a customer perspective, so we can ingest, the platform, the software platform can work with any type of Earth observation data, satellite, aerial, and then our customers, they will train and deploy and manage their own algorithm that are eventually used to detect object patterns or detect changes within satellite imagery. And it's very important to keep in mind that Pictera is a no-code platform, so whatever the technical background of our customers, you can train a very powerful and efficient algorithm in few hours. And then there is, of course, the visualization part that is important. So our job is really to kind of support companies to become geospatially driven, and we're enabling new use cases among across different industries. So FMCG start to get some really interesting traction, mining, construction, and civil engineering. So it's gonna be big. Just a few examples of the type of customer that we have and what they're doing with Pictera. There is this customer in New Zealand that are actually selling or producing and selling carbon credits. And they need to be able to monitor how many trees have been planted. They had to monitor the seedling survival rate and this kind of things. We're also working with a car manufacturer in the US that is basically counting cars on their own parking lot. And finally, a coffee brand that is using Pictera to monitor at scale farming practices in their coffee supplier. Why Pictera? That's a bit time to show off. So we believe, it's not a belief, but we're 90% less expensive than any other services on the market. It's definitely way faster to deploy because you can build a model, you can build a deep learning model in few clicks. Keeping in mind that this process usually takes months. With Pictera, we reduce that time in few hours. Also, you probably have heard about this, the training data challenges when it comes to AI, because an algorithm needs to be trained. With Pictera, we have a proprietary technology that allows us to do what we call low-shot learning. So with few labels, with few annotation, you can train an algorithm. And you can, therefore, that's the deployment part. You can deploy the algorithm that you have created at a country scale, and it will take few hours because we also provide the processing infrastructure to do so. Looking at how the business is growing, so we're in kind of an interesting growth here. Gonna end up the year with this quite interesting multiple in our AR. We're serving around 100 of customers worldwide, and we've been asked to do this exercise, but we believe that a quarter of our customer base is participating to reducing the carbon emission. And that's it. Thank you very much.